Mark, on an official basis, welcome to Ipswich Town. I'm sure you've received plenty of warm wishes, welcoming messages, but this is your official first day. How's it feel?
Great. Delighted to be finally here and on site and meeting the staff. Really excited and just delighted to be here and get on with the job now.
Yeah, that was this morning for you, wasn't it? Meeting the club staff. How did that go?
Great. There was around 80 plus staff in the fan zone on a nice sunny day. So it was great to get the opportunity to meet so many of them face to face. And as I said, we just talked about introducing myself, introducing Luke Warren, who's joining us as Chief Operating Officer. Mike O'Leary, our Chairman, was here. Paul Cook was here. So it was just a nice opportunity to get everyone together and put some names to faces.
You just mentioned Luke there. Can you tell us a little bit about why it's good to bring him in and why he's going to be a part of the club?
Yeah, we've got Mike O'Leary as Chairman, and he and I have known each other for a long while now, worked together before at two previous football clubs. And Luke, similar to that, we worked with Luke at Bristol City, Luke at Oxford United. He's a key member of our staff. He knows how we work and how we operate. And we're delighted that he's agreed to join us, and he also officially starts today.
Yeah, there's been a few new additions in the summer. Again, you just mentioned Mike there. Is it quite nice that you're bringing a little team that you're comfortable working with and you have a real idea about what you guys want to achieve here?
Yeah, as I said, we've all known each other a very long time. We know how we operate, we know the standards that we set, we know the way we work and the pace at which we work. So to have that around you from day one is good. But really excited to meet the current Ipswich Town staff and just itching to get started. So it's just so good to be here.
I'm sure the town fans will know everything about you, Mark, given the stories and whatnot. But you arrived from Bristol City. How was your time there, and what's your sort of background in the game? And also, how difficult was that decision to leave Bristol City, dropping down a division? This must be a chapter that you're excited about.
Yeah, very difficult decision to leave Bristol. Some great people, a great club, fantastic owner, who've been incredibly supportive to me for the last 5.5 years. So yeah, it was a difficult decision to make, but I just think I'm looking around the club now, it's just the opportunity is fantastic. Yeah. The potential's incredible, and I'm a builder, and I like to work with the departments. I like to build teams, I like to build clubs, and I think this is a fantastic opportunity to build something really, really special. So again, I'm almost itching to get the interview done so I can get into the office and get started. But yeah, really, really excited to be here.
We've got to mention the three Lions. How have your conversations with them been, Brett, Mark and Bert?
They've been great. I met them a number of years ago in the US at a USL conference, and there was a meeting of minds for sure. And I think we all probably had in the back of our heads at some point in time we may work together, and they've been absolutely fantastic. Can't wait for them to come over. They'll certainly be here in pre-season and at the start of the season. They're football people. They've obviously got investment into Phoenix Rising, and again they've built something really special there. And they've been really supportive of myself, Mike, and the plan that we've talked about and how we want to build and develop this football club. So they'll be in this all the way with us, and they are just fantastic people who are really passionate about helping take this football club forward.
Sounds like there's very much a joint vision.
Oh, for sure. You know, one thing you can guarantee in businesses, and particular football clubs, if it's not right at the top, then the clubs and the businesses will flounder, and we are absolutely right at the top. We have an absolutely shared vision and a common language on what we want to achieve and how we want to go about it. Just talk to the staff about, it's so important that we get it right on the pitch, but it's also right and important that we get it correct off the pitch.
Yeah.
And this is a club for us that needs to sit right at the centre of its community, right at the centre of the county. We're custodians of this football club, but the football club will be here long after we're gone, and our job is to make sure that we leave it in a far better state than we found it, and we are all absolutely aligned to delivering that. So we've got good people on board. We like to think that we know what we're doing, and we intend to help this football club move forward.
Your record, Mark, in the past, I heard you mention it in the staff meeting, you've won Community Club of the Year at every club you've been at, so clearly that is a passion of yours.
After I finished playing, and it was really funny today because I walked into my office at the football club, and there's a picture of the '78 cup winning team, and in that is Brian Talbot, who was my former manager at West Bromwich Albion, and Cyril Lee, who was my youth team coach at West Bromwich Albion. So that brought back a few memories, and again it just shows you that the heritage and history of this football club. But yes, going back to what you said, when I finished playing, it was community that brought me back into football, and spent 16 years at West Bromwich Albion in a variety of roles, but had the community department always under my control because it was something I was really passionate about. And at all the football clubs I've been at, we have worked really hard on working in the local community and using football as a medium to motivate and engage with our fans. And that won't change here. We will work with our community trust, invest in our community. Any players, staff that come to work for this football club, no matter what position they're in, will understand that they have to engage and work with our local community, because that's just what we're going to do.
There's been no CEO, at this club for a little bit while of time. Why is now the important time to bring one in, and why do you feel this role is so important for the football club?
I think to build any football club in a successful way, you have to be right in the middle of it. I don't believe you can run a football club remotely. You have to embed yourself into the football club and into the local community. Myself and the family, we've already bought a house here. We moved in. So day one, when I get up this morning, 5 minutes I'm into the office and I'm in work, I'm 5 minutes and I'm into the training ground. You've got to be all in. And we'll get decisions right on the way through, and we'll get decisions wrong on the way through. That's just what happens. But the one thing I can guarantee the staff, the supporters, the key stakeholders in this football club, that you will get 100% commitment from me. I will be all in to help building this football club and taking it forward.
I'm sure you've met the manager, Paul Cook, as well. How was that?
No, it's good. I've met Paul a number of times over the years on the circuit. He's someone who I've kept an eye on because part of my job is to track managers, and that's just part of the job and what I do. And he's someone that's always impressed me. So yeah, we've had several conversations. We had dinner last night with Mike O'Leary, and you know, he's really clear on how he wants to take this team forward, which helps. And the focus, let's be really clear, in the next few weeks is about players. We need to recruit the right type of players that fit Paul's structure, and we'll be onto that pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's going to be my final question. You know, we've outlined the plans for the club over the next few years, next few months. What will the build up into next season look like? What's the kind of calendar looking like for the next month or so?
Pre-season set. Again, you will have seen the appointment of Andy Rolls a couple of weeks ago, and Andy Costin. So they've already worked with Paul almost day to day, hour to hour. Pre-season is set, it's planned. So that is very, very well organised. Paul's very clear what he wants to bring in on the player front. So the club's in the market to bring players in. I will lead that with Paul and with the coaching staff and with Luke. And over the next couple of weeks, hopefully we'll see some new faces start to arrive at Portman Road.